hi, hello, hello, hear me out. This might be one of the best deluxes so far from Cyberverse, and here's why I think this. Grimlock here is part of the second wave of Cyberverse deluxes and costs about 20 to 25 US dollars and 30 Canadian, depending on where you buy him, and his standard deluxe height. Could be a little bit bigger, but that's just a minor nitpick. This is so accurate to the on-screen design, minus some paint apps, and it looks almost perfect. The design of Grimlock is definitely not for everyone, because it's not as much of a departure as RID, but it's a little bit of a departure, and I wasn't a fan of it to start, but it has grown on me, and I really dig this toy's look. All of the yellow paint, or all of the yellow color on this guy, is paint. Yes, that means the claws too, and I feel that that paint money could have been spent on like the legs, because they're missing some green or some blue and stuff. Like, it's an odd choice. They could have just made the claws out of yellow plastic, but oh well. This figure has just enough paint on it to have good color separation, and it does the job better than Hot Rod, so that's a plus. The figure comes with the standard BAF piece, which I have lost, like I mentioned in the last review, and it has the effects part. But something really funny is that he comes with his damn crown, and I'm so happy that he comes with this. It's a really cool accessory. This figure also has something that the others of this line don't have, and that's heft. This figure has some heft to it, and that helps the overall chunk factor, something Megatron here sorely needed, but didn't have. It's nice to see that they're able to pull some of this off in a figure that's small and slender in some areas, so he does feel quite nice in the hand. Next to the rest of the figures, and yeah, he's too small. But that's okay, at least this means more and more people can pick one of these up because deluxes are way easier to find than Voyagers. Articulation is passable. It's lacking in the shoulders and the elbows because of the use of ball joints and how chunky those areas are, but for the most part it's pretty good. Grimlock isn't exactly a character known for his dynamic poses, so this is serviceable to me. I wish it was a little better, but it's serviceable. Transformation's fun and interesting. The way the tail forms with the legs, I just think that works very well. And I like how they cover up the underside, and it actually gets rid of the gap. Like that gap underneath that usually plagues a lot of Grimlocks. The Dino Mode is just so cool, minus the feet. You can see the hands sticking out of the back of the feet, and that's the only thing I don't like about this dinosaur mode. I wish they had folded up a little bit more, but oh well. The head has a cool feature where when you open the top jaw, the bottom jaw moves in the opposite direction, and that's due to the way that the panels on the side of his cheeks are sculpted. I really like the way that they did that. It's a really cool little gimmick. He is a chunky dinosaur, but he does turn into an anatomically correct Tyrannosaurus Rex. At least in the way that it stands. Not that it's chonky, but yeah. And it's the cool looking Robo Dino. It's probably my favorite of the Grimlocks that I own. And I don't own very many, but it is definitely my favorite. And this is also my favorite Cyberverse Deluxe of the whole line. I mean, I haven't got RC yet, I haven't got Thunder Howl yet, and then there's a Starscream, a Soundwave, and a Prowl coming out apparently, and I'm super excited for Starscream. I cannot wait for that. So subscribe so you don't miss those reviews, because I will be buying all of those figures, and hopefully I can find the rest of Mac Adam, but that's another story. In the end, this figure is extremely good, and I'd say buy this if you see it, because A, there was only one on the shelf and tons of Hot Rods, and B, it's just really cool. So yeah, I think this is going to be a slightly more harder to find figure at the moment, because the wave is still trickling out in a lot of places. But yeah, buy this if you see it. It's just so good. It's so good. I really like this figure. That's all I can really say, is that it's so good. You need to experience this for yourself. Yes, the elbows, the shoulders, and the knee is kind of lacking posability a little bit. I just bumped the table. But overall, it's just super nice to look at and super fun to just transform all the time, because the transformation's simple yet interesting, and it's just overall a fun experience. But yeah, that's been my look at Cyberverse Deluxe Grimlock. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, links in the description, and I will see you in the next video, which is Hubcap. I found a hubcap. Goodbye.